Could cruising from the U.S. actually happen this July? That story and more next on the Cruise News Week in Review. Welcome to the Cruise World, and thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time here, I invite you to check out the videos on our channel, and if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe because I have a feeling even more cruising content is on the way soon. And don't forget to join our Cruise World community over on Facebook where we talk about cruising and have all sorts of fun. Now this is the Cruise News Week in Review, so let's get into it. I'm not going to bury the lead here because this could be the news that we have all been waiting to hear for a very long time. According to CDC spokesperson Caitlin Shockey, senior leadership has been meeting with cruise line representatives twice weekly regarding the framework for conditional sailing order. And on Thursday, the CDC made some clarifications to that order. One of the big sticking points had always been the test cruise phase, and now the cruise lines can bypass simulated voyages and move straight to paid passengers if the ship has 98% of its crew and 95% of its guests fully vaccinated. This is great for companies like Virgin and NCL, who have already stated that they will require vaccinations at least for initial cruises. But other lines, such as Royal Caribbean and Carnival, who cater to a lot of families, may have some tough decisions to make. But there is also some relief on the test cruise front as well. Previously, there was a 60-day waiting period to review and respond to those applications, and that has been sliced to just 5 days. And this could help make cruising from the United States later this summer a reality. The next step for the cruise lines is the port agreements, and the CDC made this task a bit easier as well, allowing the lines to enter into multi-port agreements as opposed to single port agreements. The CDC urges the cruise lines to submit their 2A port agreements as soon as possible to maintain a timeline for resumption of passenger cruises by mid-July. And though optimism is growing quickly for cruising from the U.S., restrictions in Canada still leave Alaskan cruises this summer in limbo. Royal Caribbean's Richard Fain said there are a lot of uncertainties and that service resumption may require a waiver from the Passenger Vessel Services Act as long as Canada will not allow ship calls. In the alternative, Canada could allow the ships to make technical calls at Canadian ports, which would satisfy the requirement of the Act. And though we can't cruise in Alaska right now, Royal Caribbean Group has pledged its support for the Shop Local Alaska program. That's an initiative by the Buy Alaska program and Voyage.com, an online marketplace exclusively for Alaska businesses. The Shop Local Alaska program was created as a response to the uncertainty of the 2021 cruise season, and it directly generates revenue for port town businesses by marketing Alaska products to millions of people out of state. I put the link down in the description if you'd like to check that out. When cruising does resume, it looks like the cruise lines may still be able to call on Key West. Last year, Key West residents voted to approve 3 referendums that would severely limit the cruise ship traffic allowed there. But this week, Florida state legislators voted that any local ballot initiative or referendum may not restrict maritime commerce. That legislation will now be sent to the governor, where it will likely be signed into law. Well, most cruise lovers like you and me haven't stepped foot onto a cruise ship in over a year. And it was no different for Carnival Cruise Line's president, Christine Duffy, until this week, that is. Duffy boarded the Carnival Sunshine, which was docked at Port Miami, marking her first visit to a company ship since the shutdown. Duffy said, "Ship visits are one of the favorite parts of my job, and it was really wonderful seeing and interacting with the Carnival Sunshine team, who were excellent hosts. Hopefully, this is the first of many ship visits and a clear indication that we're on the road back to restarting operations." I love new cruise ships, and this week we got a little more information on 2 upcoming vessels. The Celebrity Beyond will be the company's 3rd Edge-class ship, and Celebrity President and CEO Lisa Lutoff-Perlo announced this week that the Beyond would be longer and taller than her sisters Edge and Apex. That extra space will equate to 179 additional staterooms for a double occupancy of 3,258 guests. Her maiden voyage is set for April 2022 out of Southampton, where she'll sail all summer before heading to Port Everglades for the 2022-2023 season. And Disney has revealed more details about their new ship, the Disney Wish, that is set to enter service next June. The 5th ship in the Disney fleet will sail 3- and 4-day cruises to Nassau and Disney's Castaway Cay. And on this ship, Disney has added some new adults-only experiences, like the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge, Palos Steakhouse, and a retreat in the Quiet Cove Pool District. Of course, there are a ton of features that are geared towards the younger cruisers too, like Aquamouse, a 760-foot water ride featuring show scenes, special effects, and lighting, and other surprises. Disney Wish is the first of 3 new-generation LNG-powered ships that will be built for Disney through 2025. Norwegian Cruise Line announced this week that they plan to restart operations from Barcelona and Rome in September. The Norwegian Epic will sail 7-night Western Mediterranean itineraries, and the Norwegian Getaway will sail Greek Isles voyages from Civitavecchia. President and CEO of Norwegian Cruise Line Harry Sommer said, "Europe is a top travel destination, so we are very much looking forward to returning to some of our most beloved home ports, resuming those itineraries, and welcoming our guests to experience a vacation of a lifetime in the safest possible manner." In conjunction with the return to service announcement, Norwegian also extended their temporary suspension for the Pride of America and Norwegian Bliss through July, and various September and October voyages across the fleet. If you want to see if your NCL cruise is affected, I put a link down in the description. And the positive outlook for cruising helped keep all 3 of our cruise stocks in the green for a second straight week. Royal Caribbean closed the week at 87.07, up 1.8%. Carnival Corporation and PLC gained about 2.5% to close at $27.96 a share. And Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings was the biggest climber of the week, closing at 31.05, up just over 4%. I truly hope this was one of the first of many positive weeks of cruise news that will lead to us once again sailing from the U.S. Thumbs up are a big deal on YouTube in 2021, so please take a second and make sure that that thumbs up is blue, and you can help spread the positive cruise news by sharing this video. Until next week, stay safe and remember, life is short, cruising is fun.